Welcome in to Overreaction Friday here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we have a moment to dissect last night's performance in the 27-20 win over the Baltimore Ravens on NFL opening night. They raised the banner and they were holding W's for your Kansas City Chiefs as they start the season 1-0 with just a terrific performance, a game that came right down to the wire as the Chiefs were able to pull this off. On today's show, I got 5 thoughts on this game as we scour the internet to see what people were saying with their overreactions. I'll tell you where folks were right and where folks were wrong about this Chiefs team after last night's game. We'll go over that here in just a bit. Before we do, folks, there's no better way to celebrate a win for your Kansas City Chiefs than subbing for dubs around here. We are closing in on 58,000 subscribers. Had a great time at our watch party last night, and we are just over 500 subs away from reaching 58,000 subscribers. If you missed out on our watch party last night, don't worry. We're going to have plenty of watch parties throughout the season, in addition to our daily news and rumors, our live shows during the week, breaking news, and more. It's all in one place right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. If you're a diehard Chiefs fan, this is the channel for you. You got to be subscribed to the Chiefs Report. Never miss out on the latest happenings in your Kansas City Chiefs. We got you covered. All right, let's go ahead and get started here on Overreaction Friday with our first overreaction. The wide receiver unit is fixed. Is that an overreaction? I say no, not an overreaction for this Kansas City Chiefs team, and let me explain a couple of reasons why. Number one, Hollywood Brown is going to be back sooner than later. So your receiving core got the job done last night without having one of their top targets as is. So that's a good start there for this receiving core. Number two, the way these guys played. Rashee Rice looked like a true number one receiver last night. 7 catches, 103 yards, 14.7 yards reception. He was Mahomes' go-to guy. When Mahomes needed something, he found Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice was the answer he was looking for. And I would argue that last night's game was maybe even the best game of Rashee Rice's career to this point. And I know he had all the stuff going on off the field and all that this offseason. But even with that said, folks, what did we hear time and time again when it came to Rashee Rice? That when he's needed to show up, training camp, in the preseason, that he's looked the part, that he's looked like that guy. And he was that guy last night, and I think he's going to continue to elevate his play and show why he's one of the best receivers in football. Xavier Worthy, he is worthy, folks. Xavier Worthy, what a debut, right? 2 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. And that's just in the receiving game. He had the reverse where he ended up with 1 carry for 21 yards and a touchdown score. And one of the things I kept hearing, as I've been reading about this game and seeing the reactions from folks, I was listening to Colin Cowherd the other day, this morning actually, and Cowherd was saying yeah, they'll use him for gadget plays and stuff like that. I'm like, he's more than that, folks. He's not just a gadget guy. It's just not the jet sweep plays and all that. No, this is a true receiving threat. And sure, there are going to be some gadget plays, but we would be highly mistaken if we sit here and think that he's just a gadget play guy. He is going to be an explosive part of this offense. So between Rashee Rice looking like a true number one receiver, Xavier Worthy developing and already coming into his own as a rookie, and then getting Hollywood Brown back, not to mention the tight ends. We'll talk about Kelce and Noah Gray and all that. We know Pacheco's good in the backfield. Justin Watson's there. Juju didn't get any catches last night, but he'll get better as the season goes along. There's no need to be concerned. There's no need to be concerned. This wide receiving core is just fine, to my knowledge, to what I believe, personally speaking. Next up, let's talk about the run game. The run game concerning. A lot of folks on the interwebs were not pleased with the run game for Kansas City last night. And let me tell you this. I think that's a bit of an overreaction here. I'm not concerned about this run game. Isiah Pacheco, 15 carries, 45 yards, 3 yards of reception, 1 touchdown. Okay, you don't have Clyde right now. But let's be real with ourselves here, folks. We keep it real on this show. Have we ever felt confident in depending on Clyde anyway? I don't think so. So, with that said, you're going to get Samaje Perine more involved in the coming weeks, and specifically what he's done as a receiving back. That's kind of the strength to his game right now. You look at Perine. He did have a catch last night, 1 catch for 10 yards. Didn't have any carries, but you're going to see more of him. Carson Steele, 2 carries, 3 yards. Carson Steele's going to see his role increased and play a pivotal role. He'll only get better as time goes on. So, no, I'm not concerned with this run game for Kansas City. I think at this point, it's going to be okay. And Pacheco, he made the angry runs he needed to. In the fourth quarter, they turned to him, and he got the job done. So the run game, think about this. And he doesn't even like to run the football. All right? So I'm not going to sit here and dread on this run game wow, I'm real concerned about this run game. I'm not. I'm just simply not. I think things are going to be fine. What is your overreaction to the Chiefs' win against the Ravens? What would you point to as your overreaction from what we saw last night? Weigh in the comments section. Give me your overreaction. Let us know. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. They got a great deal right now, folks. Listen to me closely on Prize Picks. They are letting you, folks, have $50 when you put down $5 on Prize Picks. You don't have to win to get the money. It's that good of a deal, all right? Go to prizepicks.com/SteeleS, promo code SteeleS to get this deal now. My Prize Picks entry for the weekend, I went with Harrison Butker with 1.5 field goals made on the more. He hit last night. That's a good start. I got Caleb Williams to have more than half a passing yard. That better hit. And then I'm going Geno Smith to have more than 238.5 passing yards. If all 3 of those hit and I put $20 down, that turns into $100 on Prize Picks. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/SteeleS. Promo code SteeleS. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Prize Picks, proud partner of the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. All right, moving on now. Number 3. Lamar is not close to Patrick Mahomes, and that, my friends, is not an overreaction. Look, Lamar is an incredible athlete. I like Lamar Jackson, even though he wears the purple and gold, and he's on the other side. He's a lot of fun to watch. He is a hell of an athlete. But we would be lying to ourselves if we're trying to put him on the same pedestal as Patrick Mahomes. Patrick played all right last night. It wasn't a bad night. It wasn't his best night. He was just all right. He was good. But, the difference between these two is night and day. Patrick's not missing wide open receivers like Lamar is. How many times did Lamar have a chance to go out there and tie this game up in those closing seconds when he missed Zay Flowers in the end zone? I'm just tired of it. You got these folks out there that want to sit there and say, it's Patrick and Lamar and Joe Burrow and, all these great young quarterbacks and Josh Allen. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, no, it's Patrick, and then it's everybody else from there. Lamar's a 2-time MVP. He's a future first-ballot Hall of Famer. All of that is fine and well. But stop comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. He is not Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't belong on Patrick Mahomes' level. They are not the same guy. Get over it. Patrick Mahomes is the most talented quarterback in the history of the National Football League. Sorry, Lamar, you ain't that guy. If roles were reversed last night, think about this. Let's say that they switch uniforms. Who wins this game last night? You know who does? The Baltimore Ravens win this game if Lamar Jackson's the opposing if Patrick Mahomes is the Ravens quarterback. Patrick, he would be hitting those open receivers Lamar missed. So I'm tired of this narrative as far as that's concerned. Number 4, an overreaction here that the folks are pointing to. The downturn of Travis Kelce. Is it Jover for Travis Kelce? I think it's a bit of overreaction. Look, Kelce knows when it counts, when it's time to step up, and the Chiefs didn't need a big night from Travis Kelce. It took a while for them to get him involved. He ended up with 3 catches for 34 yards off of 4 targets, and it was quite a bit before they needed him. But, I mean, they didn't ask a ton from him. And the Ravens, tried to double team him and take him away and all that for much of the night. But, to me, I sit here and I say to myself, like, hey, look, Travis knows when it's time to turn it on. We saw it in the postseason last year. He turned into a different player than what he was in the regular season last year. Now, 2 things can be true at once. I think we can sit here and say that Travis, sure, he might never be the same tight end that he was 2-3 years ago. But that doesn't mean that Travis still isn't one of the best tight ends still in the league, that's still playing at a high level. I mean, we sit here and people are going to whine and moan about him only having 3 catches for 34 yards and wonder, okay, does Travis still have it? Well, just watch next week when he goes off for 7 catches for 100 yards. I mean, so no, I'm not concerned about Travis. I don't think that there's a downturn here. Maybe he's slipped a little bit, but I don't think he's slipped that much at all as far as that goes. Last on our list, I do want to ask you real quick, do you believe in Travis Kelce? I still believe. Let me know. Type B for believe, D for don't. Last one. I'm really tired of this narrative. The Chiefs get all the calls. You keep hearing that time and time again from folks out there that, it's everybody's doing what they can to help out Patty and this Chiefs team. And I'm telling you right now, overreaction. Huge overreaction. I'm sick and tired of this narrative that's out there of everything is the Chiefs' direction here. I mean, okay, hear me out on this, folks. All right? Did we all of a sudden forget of the play when Roquan Smith hit Mahomes out of bounds late? And are we going to act like that didn't happen and that they didn't call a penalty there? They totally ignored it. Should have been 15 free yards. And it didn't happen. I said on the watch party, why was this not called? And then Roquan Smith after the game was saying, yeah, he flopped. He got away with flopping there. Please. Just ridiculous. So I'm just tired of that. And then at the end of the game, Lamar was saying, oh, that looked like a touchdown to me. I still think it was a touchdown. Maybe go wear white cleats next time, Isiah Likely, because that clearly was not a touchdown. The refs got it right on the replay review. They should have gotten it right in real time. I said on the watch party, I said, that doesn't look like a catch to me. That looks incomplete. I could tell from my TV that it was incomplete. The official should have gotten it right the first time. I don't understand that. So, I mean, I'm just tired of this. Let's stop acting like that everything goes the Chiefs' way and that, you have to beat the Chiefs and the officials, because it just simply isn't true. I'm done with it. I am just straight up done with it, folks. But nonetheless, give me your overreaction. What'd you think of that performance of the Chiefs win against the Ravens? Man, I'm so glad they got this done. You move ahead to 1-0, and you get a couple extra days off before a tough game against the Cincinnati Bengals coming up next week. So fun couple days ahead on the channel as we'll get you ready for that matchup. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, hit the sub button. We certainly appreciate it as we're bringing you daily Kansas City Chiefs coverage you won't find anywhere else. A lot of fun. We had a great time last night. More to come next week. We will see you then. I'm Tyler Jones. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report.